Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? I know you've been waiting for the story about the driver's license. I know. I don't know if it's for the gossip reasons or because you need to, do your driver's license as well. But I'm here to tell you because I need to let it out and also to celebrate that my driver's license is ready. This might have a lot of logistics and legal stuff that we don't want to go into detail, but if you want me to, I can make another video. However, we are also creating something related to all these, paperwork nonsense. Nevertheless, it was time that I would get my Bosnian license. Where to start? The thing is, for the past 4.5 years or since we moved here, we travel a lot. And let's say in average, we're not here for 2 months per year. So we would leave the country every 3-4 months. As per the law, you can drive with your license from your home country if you're a foreigner, like for 3-4 months from the moment you enter the country. So that was always like a gray area. It was confusing, and I would drive, and I did get stopped by the police, and I used my Argentinian license, so best problema, I guess. I was living in Dubai and UAE before moving here, so I had my license from there. And when I came here and I started to do my visa, my paperwork, I went straight away to do my driver's license, and they're like, Nemoshe. This is 2021, guys. Nemoshe, because you need to bring your driver's license from your home country. And I'm like, guys, I didn't live there for 10 years. For what? It was the same case with the police records, like the criminal records. I brought my UAE criminal records. I paid freaking $150. No, you have to bring the ones from Argentina. So these are pieces of information that we're gonna share with you in this thing that we're preparing, and pay attention. Anyway, the bit note what my friends say. The thing is, I went to get my license to Argentina. At the time, we were going to Argentina every year, twice a year. Best problema, I took my license, I renewed it because it was expired, so I just renewed it. Super. I come back to Bosnia and I'm like, here you go, guys. Okay, now you have to go translate it and come with like your visa. The thing with the visas here in Bosnia is that you submit your papers for visa, no problem, and then you get a paper that says you legally can stay for another year and that your visa is processed, no problem. But you need this sticker that goes in your passport, and that is something, I think I've had 5 visas so far, and this sticker never comes. It comes like 1 or 2 months before you have to renew your visa. So I think for 1 or 2 years I never had a sticker, because what was the point? I would always have this paper. It's so crazy. And visas in Bosnia, different story, different priča, whatever. So then when I had my driver's license from Argentina, I had my translation. I didn't have my sticker because they usually gather a few passports to go get those stickers. Nemos. And then I have to apply 6 months before my visa expires. I hope you're following this crazy timeline. So I can't have my driver's license. And it goes all of the stars aligned. I comply with all these requirements. And when we go, I don't know, I put my license in my wallet. Imagine my wallet had been through so many things. When I take it out, it seems like the plastification, like the sticker of my license, got stuck to the wallet. And as I removed it, it started to rip off at the door of the office where I was gonna go do it. And then Jovan's like, we can't go with this. I'm like, can we just try? Of course, we went, and this lady said, you can't, like, it's not in good conditions. Like, you have to go back to Argentina. Treba drugo, treba new one. And the was like, ma'am, she's from Argentina. You're telling me we need to go to Argentina? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Now, the thing is, when we go do this paperwork, and I know a few women who go and do it. Okay, I don't want to say just women because I know men as well. They go do it without their spouses, and svaka čast, great. But for me, I'm like, you come with me. We're here. This is your country. You do it. I'm there to, like, for legal reasons. I can try, but really my language skills are not that great for paperwork. Not yet. That's one of my goals. This is something that happens with language, with culture, with personality. So on one hand, we have my husband, who is the local, who speaks the language, and who's the most proper, respectful person on earth. He's so correct. He's so polite. And if you are from the Balkans, or if you've been to the Balkans, you know that sometimes for survival reasons, politeness doesn't really get you far. And on the other hand, you have me, A2 level, feisty as hell, doesn't really take no for answer. So I can understand everything this lady's saying, and my husband's being very polite and patient, and I'm like, should I just, because now I need something from them. So is there a point to, like, just burst into rude A2 level words, or just walk away because I'm in the fault? I'm like, let's walk away and see what we can do. Well, amigos, we fixed it. It was not that big of a deal because it was just a plastic. We fixed the license somehow. We just didn't have the chance before entering the office. We fixed it. It looked kind of nice, kind of okay. We went back to the office. Another lady was there. She took it. She said, it's no problem. It looks great. Here, do this, do that, do that. Now, I wish it was that easy. I wish it was as easy as do this, do this, do that. What is easy here? Nothing. But luckily, I'm from South America and nothing is easy there. But it's my language, so I can never miss it. Yeah, we went there. We got a paper to go do a medical checkup at a different location. So it's like a private doctor place, whatever, which you need appointment for. So we got an appointment for that for another date. So we went there, and you know, all this bureaucracy, waiting, taking numbers, waiting on people's efficiency, it takes a toll when you do it back to back. And I'm not even speaking for myself, I'm talking about my husband. Like, he's from here, and if I find it challenging, I do somehow see, like, as an adventure, like, haha, what's next, what to do. But, like, I would see the face, like, frustration in his face. He's so generous and so empathetic that the frustration, like, he would prefer to be going through all of that for him. But, like, the frustration is because it's me and because I'm going through this struggle. And I don't know, I felt bad for him, and I kept kind of encouraging him, like, don't worry, it's fine, we're gonna get it eventually. It is what it is, you know what to do, we're in this together. But for him as a local, and to see how people of service are, not everyone, because we had really great people who came from heaven and were so good, helpful. But let's say most people who work in places of service, I just want to hug them and, like, I wish you guys change jobs if you're not happy. Oh my God, is that too harsh? Is it me? Am I saying something crazy? We come from work of service. We were service workers for so long, you know? So it even hurts more, I would say, because personally, and still I'm working as someone of service because I work in customer support, I find such satisfaction when I have like this one issue that belongs to someone and I get to solve it. I don't know, I feel like I made someone's life easier. And let me get this straight, this is not any different in Argentina. Like, people of service, there's a really small percentage of people who like their job. Anyway, wherever you are, and wherever you're from, tell me if you agree with what I'm saying or not. Either case, maybe we need to share perspectives. Let me know. So yeah, I was like, we're gonna get it eventually. It's fine. We got this paper from the medical place, but you would always have to, consider when you're going back to the opština, to the government office, to continue, because there's something called kafa break, and it's from 10. If you're caught up, you don't want to go between 10 and 11 because God knows, niko ne radi. We went back the next day, first thing in the morning when they open, and there's this thing. I can't remember the name now. Maybe I'll leave it in the description. So it looks like a little stamp that you would use to send mail. In Argentina, we call it timbrado. And that doesn't exist anymore in Argentina, but here it exists. So it's just to verify that the document is like real, right? So all these papers that we got, we have to do this timbrado. What's the name? I don't know. The little stamping, and you do it in the stall that's for the post office, for posta, right? So they open at 8, and we go to the posta window, and there's no one there. 8:10, 8:20, 8:30, and the lady next to posta, we're asking her like, "Šta je? Dođi. Bueno, obviously ne dođi, no one is dođi." This lady came at 8:40 with bags from the supermarket. There was a queue. And something I encourage Johan to do. I'm like, you don't have to, you can say something. You don't have to be rude. You can say something so that you don't go home with this, Just ask. Was it pausa? Like, was it the break? When did you start work? And she said, yeah, pausa. And we're like, okay, maybe we don't know how break works. The thing is, we continue to do all these papers. So after the stamping, we went to another window, blah, 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 here, go to this window, la, 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 la. All these, I think we went to 3 different windows before going to the final one that's going to receive my application. So, okay, la, la, la. And then I tell Jovan, if this lady who already had her break goes on break at 10, because we were there for the whole time, I don't know what to tell you. And amigos, we were there until kafa break, and this lady took the break again. How many breaks are there? I don't know. Only thing I regret is not bringing my mate, because we were there the whole morning. My mate and my tea, pani a bit, no. And finally they took my application, boo-boo. I can't wait to show you my Bosnian license. The thing is, when this lady took the application, she kept asking things. And this happened also when we got married. Papers from Argentina don't look the same as papers from Bosnia. A birth certificate from here is different from the one in Argentina. So we would always have so many questions to confirm that it's like a real document, because it looks different from the ones they've ever seen. And when you've been doing a lot, these questions get frustrating. But at the end of the day, the last thing you want when you're like on the final step is for someone to say, "Fale papir, you're missing something," or just to do like this with the head. When this lady calls someone to see if we had everything, and you hear the sweet words, I feel like every time I hear them in this situation, they're like in slow motion, like, Moshe, give me this application. 2 weeks, come back. You have your Bosnian license. And it's been 2 weeks, so let's see if we can go back before the week ends. and I can take my first drive with my Bosnian license. So, by the way, let's share some value here. For exchanging of this license, you need to make sure that your country that issued your driver's license has agreement with Bosnia and Herzegovina. There are some countries that don't have this, and then you would have to go to a school and do all the classes in order to, get your license. So that was good for Argentina. And the second thing is, after all this process, they're gonna take my Argentinian license, they're gonna keep it, I hope, and then I'm gonna get a Bosnian one. Like, I'm gonna exchange it. I won't be able to have both of them. Fair enough. I feel like every time we go through something like this, I feel like a video game, it's like a next level unlocked. And at this point, I'm on my 5th residence temporary visa. So the thing here is you have to renew your visa every year for, I would say, 6 years, because you need to complete 5 visas and then you apply for permanent. So I think that will be like my next level to unlock. Look, in an emotional perspective, this was really a lot because, as always, I need to go by the hand from my husband to do things at 35 years old. And yeah, it gets tiring, but I also use it as a motivation to improve my languages, to improve I don't want to say, I'm not very shy, to be honest, but sometimes I need that push because I get so discouraged to do things. But this motivates me, like, no, do it, achieve it, you can do it. And also some sort of, yeah, compassion for my partner, for our partners who, took the bold move to suggest to move back here. I don't think they had any clue that they would have to be going through all of this. So for someone to love you so much and say, I mean, first of all, I decided to come, hello. But I don't think he knew it was going to be this challenging. So yeah, a bit of compassion for our partners who have no clue what they got themselves into. Yep, let me know your thoughts. And do you want more stories like this? Because I have plenty of them. See you on the road with my Bosnian license.